Good morning, I'm Brad Knight with Knight Custom Homes. This is our latest spec house we've built in our subdivision called Victoria Ridge in Amherst, New Hampshire. We have two other houses in the subdivision. This subdivision is ideally located. It's only 5 miles from the interstate, meaning Route 3, exit 11. The high school is 4 miles away. There are 3 major golf courses that are about 3 to 4 miles away. So for golfers, families, and commuters, it's fantastic. Why don't we go on inside? We'll take a look at the inside of the house. This is the kitchen. We have done a number of versions of this home in some of our other subdivisions in southern New Hampshire. And the thing we really like about this setup is the nice half-round window that allows a lot of sunlight, bright sunlight in the morning for the kitchen area. We did the multiple level cabinets to give that nice effect. These are cherry cabinets with the crown molding. We've got the built-in ovens, microwave, the gas cooktop over here. The peninsula that we build is recessed in the center so that you're able to put 3 or 4 chairs in it. It makes a great breakfast bar to serve from. And obviously with this kitchen design, very easy to take all the food and move it right onto the counters. We also live in a Victorian. We have also this large peninsula area, and we find that in the holidays, when we're entertaining a lot of people, we'll set up a big table and then we'll just lay the food out here and you're able to serve off of that, and it really makes a great serving area. The area to my left is a breakfast area. We've had people put breakfast tables there or couches there, and it really makes a nice, entertaining area. One of the biggest comments we get around the holidays is people always say they love our homes because they are so open and spacious, and when you're entertaining 30 or 40 people, they always end up congregating around the kitchen area and the family room, so it's hard to get them into other rooms, and there's tons of room in this kitchen so that people can move around in here and have no issues. This was a really nice feature we added to this house, which actually we have not done in the last few. It's a great butler's pantry, great space for the wine bottles, the wine glasses, and also for all of the wine bottles down here to be chilled. And once again, a nice area to serve from. In our homes, we like to include an antique mantle, which is kind of unique for new construction. This mantle happens to be about 130 years old and really adds a lot of nice detail to the fireplace area. This is a gas fireplace. It does throw a lot of heat, so it's quite nice for the family room. One of the frustrations a lot of customers voice is that they find the family rooms tend to be too small. That's why we always oversize them. This one happens to be 18 by 23 feet, so it's huge compared to most family rooms. The tray ceiling, the vaulted ceiling that we have up here is 14 feet tall, 13 and a half feet tall, so it also is a really nice feature. All the windows we have in the house are low E argon windows, so they're the highest, most energy efficient windows there are on the market today. They're easy tilt, so you can lift them and tilt them in very easily for cleaning the inside and the outside. They have ventilation locks on them, so you can flip the tabs up and open the top and the bottom just slightly to allow for cross ventilation, but then the window is still locked and secured. Also keeps kids from having any issues with those. The flooring has not been done yet in this room. We choose not to put the carpet in because some people want to do hardwood, or some people want to do Berber or pile or whatever it is. So we find that we do all the hardwood floors, get all the kitchens done, get all the trim done, and then you can choose your carpet and you can choose your lighting. And very easy for us to finish that. We can have all that finished in 2 weeks. So now we'll continue on through the tour. One of our more popular features in our homes is our mudrooms. We build these custom cubbies, which allows lots of room for shoes, coats, books. and hats up top. And the folks say that it's ideal because kids come in off of the garage, dump their stuff, and then it keeps the house really nice and clean. This garage has some really nice features. It's a 3-bay garage and it's completely finished off, fully insulated, all the windows are trimmed out. They're super insulated steel doors, and they are 9 feet wide and 8 feet tall, which really is fantastic for pulling into the garage with a vehicle with car racks, ski racks, whatever else. These are the LiftMaster belt drive garage door openers, so they're whisper quiet. We do have a couple of bedrooms up in this area, but when you open these doors, it's extremely quiet, barely can hear it. All these floors are steel mesh reinforced and also fiberglass reinforced. So they're far superior to any other product that folks are using in this area right now. While you're out looking for a new home, one of the most important things you need to think about is how good is the foundation underneath that home. We do things a lot differently than a lot of the builders in the area. One of the things we do on our foundations is we use washed stone underneath all of our slabs, which provides great ventilation for the slab, and also makes sure if there's ever any water, that water will travel outside. This particular house has daylighted drains, 2 daylighted drains. And those daylighted drains are attached to perimeter pipes that go all the way around the outside of the foundation, and then also another pipe that goes all the way around the inside of the foundation. Now, through the footings, which are located below these walls, there are 4-inch pipes that connect those inside pipes to the outside pipes. So basically, even if a spring or something ever popped up underneath the middle of this floor, which wouldn't happen, any of that water would travel through that washed stone, through those perimeter interior pipes, and then it would go out to the outside perimeter pipes, and then all gets daylighted. So that's a really important thing to think about in your foundation. The other thing is that how well is it coated on the outside? We use a rubber membrane on the outside of our foundations, which guarantees that that's not going to have any leaking problems. And we also have I think it's a 15 or 20-year guarantee that no water would ever come through, no wet spots anywhere on the foundation. So really, really important to think about. On existing homes, you typically don't have that level of security. And so these days, with all the concerns about mildew and all that, you really need to make sure your basement is nice and dry. This is part of our plumbing system. This house happens to be on private water and private sewer. The well that we actually drilled in this house is enough to provide water for probably 4 houses. It's one of the biggest wells that we've hit in a long time. So you've got unlimited water to use for irrigation or pools or anything else you're looking for. We have the Rinnai gas hot water heater, which is on demand, very, very quick recovery. There is no recovery, it's on demand. It's available at any time. So you've got basically unlimited hot water. We use the oversized expansion tank, which allows us to turn the pressure up on the pump, so you end up having higher pressure inside the house. Some people are used to city water, which does have typically a higher pressure than than a private well would, but this does allow us to do that. We have a whole house filtration system, which works great. We run all PEX and Wurzbo piping throughout our house. And the nice thing about that is that the big advantages over copper are less resistance as far as the water flow, and if you ever had a freezing problem, the pipe can actually freeze and then it'll return to its original size and actually be stronger than it was when it started out. We do have shutoffs in all of our manifolds down here, and also we have additional manifolds upstairs that we control the water from here to that manifold and from that manifold to each device. So you don't see this very often where somebody takes the time to have it set up this nicely. So that's a really great feature of these houses. Our furnaces are a 95% high efficiency furnace, and the nice thing about those is that when they're running, you go outside and you put it's vented through a PVC pipe, if you can believe that. A regular, oil-fired furnace would put most of your heat out that chimney, or a heck of a lot of heat out that chimney. But when you stand outside and you put your hand on that exhaust pipe, on that PVC pipe, it basically feels like a warm breath on your hand. So basically, it's pulled every last bit of heat out of that air that it's heated up prior to letting that exhaust leave the building. So that's a huge savings for you in running this house. Great. This is our 200 amp service for the property. It is all set up for a generator with a transfer switch. All you have to do is roll your generator outside the garage door, plug it in, and then flip on the breaker here, and then you've powered up the house in case you ever lose power. We use RG6 quad shield and CAD5E wiring. They're all home runs from every single device. So as far as any of your telecommunication or internet issues, it's all covered here. In our Victorians, we have these beautiful, huge master bedroom suites. This one has a vaulted tray ceiling, also has the crown molding with the indirect lighting behind it, and obviously these beautiful windows with the half rounds. The nice thing in this bedroom is that at night when you shut off all the lights, you just leave that rope lighting on behind the crown molding. It adds a nice soft white light that filters down into the bedroom, and it looks spectacular from the street. This is one of our 4 bedrooms on the 2nd floor. Some of the features we include are the upgraded casing and baseboard. Also on all of our doors, they are solid core. We always hate going into a house and hearing the clunk of a hollow door as it closes. There are a pair of doors on all the closets. Once again, we have not done the floor covering yet because you get to choose your own carpet. All the ceilings are smooth versus a textured ceiling. When you walk into a lot of houses, you can date the house just by what type of textured ceiling you have on it. So people do prefer this smooth ceiling. This house is located on a 2-acre house lot. There are beautiful oak trees around the perimeter of this yard. As you can see, it's a really nice big flat backyard. There's plenty of room for a pool or whatever else you would like to have in the backyard here. This is no maintenance on the exterior. We've got the CertainTeed monogram siding, which is the best siding on the market. We have the AZEK decking. This subdivision, we still have 6 lots left in the subdivision. So if you'd like to custom build a home, we'd certainly sit down and design one with you. I want to thank you very much for taking your time to look at this video today and look forward to hearing from you.